17 hours non-stop flight to Singapore today.
Hi, how are you? How are you? Very well, thank you. This way, please.
Hi, welcome to Singapore Airlines. Today flight time 16 hours and 10 minutes. It's having 2 service and the Singapore.
Going shorter than expected.
Yes, thank you. It's a bit more shorter than the scheduled flight times.
Boo, I was fully prepared for 17 and a half hour. That's the scheduled flight time. I guess the wind isn't as strong as predicted, 16 hours and 10 minutes. That will do.
Champagne orange juice, Sabellinis for you?
Oh, what is this one?
Sabellinis. Want to try it? Our mocktail?
Yes,
Mocktail?
please.
Sure. Cabin crew door close. Thank you. Enjoy.
Okay, salaam. Thank you very much.
We're just lined up on the longest runway, 10 left.
Chicken Caesar salad. Seafood congee for you, Mr. Cheng.
This is one of the best Asian breakfast dish. Very simple, very cheap, but they always hit the spot when you're flying. So I guess this is a first world problem. This seat here is really wide, and but however, it doesn't go fully flat. In order to go fully flat, you have to flip the seats down. So right now I'm just sitting, but I'm tired. I have to get out of my seat to flip the bed to get into a full flat position. Okay, here's my second first world problem. When the bed flipped, it goes flat, but my leg couldn't go straight. You have to go to diagonal like this in order to get more room. Where are you flying to today?
I'm flying to Kolkata via Singapore.
Where are you guys flying to?
So we are flying to Coimbatore. It's in the southern part of India.
你家去邊度？
去新加坡去搭 cruise，
你上船搭 cruise？
上搭 cruise
Wow,
喺新加
so
坡搭
nice.
I know.
I go to Airshow for 2 days.
Yes.
And you go how long to cruise?
14-day cruise.
Wow, damn. I missed the show. I missed the economy service. I was wanting to come down, but Charlie's in the aisle and it's a full flight. Finally, after 4 hours sleep, my energy came back. I came down to see what kind of food they serve in economy and premium economy.
So I just took this out from one of our fridge. We usually heat it up. The main course is the pork with roasted potatoes. The tray for economy also comes with appetizer and dessert. So this is the snack basket. We usually have more, but because it's a day flight, so everyone's just grabbing everything as they go. All the potato chips are gone, popcorns are gone. Let me just refill the snack basket right now.
Yeah, it's running low on supply earlier.
This is everybody's favorite chocolate.
Lots of snacks, 16-hour flight.
We need lots of them.
And you think that all of these will be gone by the end of the flight?
I'm very sure.
Yeah.
In less than an hour should be all gone.
You're mixing the Singapore Sling. So this is the secret source. Original Singapore Sling drink. I'm with this lady in green. She's the supervisor. So I want to know is on a 16-hour long flight, how many hours do the crew get rest?
So it's a requirement for us to have at least 4 hours rest for a flight like this. So we split the rest into 2 periods. Just now about 7 crew went up for rest. I just came back from my rest. And then the second part, about 6 crew will be taking their rest. And they will have 4 hours as well.
very much for waiting. So here we have the marinated prawn salad balsamic dressing. Would you like a glass of wine to go along with this?
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Yep.
Triple license.
Okay. It's 10 p.m. San Francisco. We still have at least 5 hours to go. It's really long flight. I'm feeling really tired actually. Just had dinner. It was one of the best barbecue pork char siu noodle I ever had on an airplane, and it's actually just as good as those ones from Hong Kong I can remember. I am back. I'm finally alive after another 5-hour sleep, and the crew literally woke me up. Just 15 minutes to land now. It's looking pretty good, the weather in Singapore. In closing, I would like to thank the crew. They've been working hard on this ultra long haul flights, and each crew only get 4 hours of rest, and the other 12 hours they're working around, and it's a full load today. Happy landings. I'm looking forward to come to the Singapore Airshow. If you have experienced more than 3 hours in flight delay, flight cancellation, or denied boarding, you could get up to 600 euros in compensation by EU regulation EC 261 with Skyop for flight delay more than 3 hours. And if this was the airline's fault, such as operational issues or technical issues, you could get compensated. Depends on your flight distance. The same compensation also applies if your flight is cancelled within 14 days of departure dates, or if you got bumped off from an oversold flight. You can go to Skyop to claim for compensation in a simple 3-step process. The good news is there is a promotion right now. If you know anyone whose travel is disrupted, encourage them to submit a claim on Skyop. Once approved, both yourself and your friend will receive a 50 euros MasterCard gift card. This video is sponsored by Skyop. So walking on board one of the star of the show, which is the COMAC C919. I believe the first time they brought it outside of China to show the world. So it's not new for me because I flew it in the first month of operation in June 2023. Extremely quiet, extremely similar to the Western counterpart. The little things people don't know is the middle seat is also, I think, 1 inch wider. 39 and 40 exit row of the C919, massive legroom here. So when I flew the C919 last year, the cockpit was off limits. This time I was lucky to tour the cockpit of the C919 at the air show. It looks like a combination of some of the world's best cockpits. You have 4 large screen display, keyboard, mouse, and side sticks. The C919 has started its European certification, but so far, all the orders came within China. So China's COMAC brought 5 airplanes this time to the Singapore Airshow. One of their C919 is seen here performing the flying display. Another new airplane on display is COMAC's ARJ21. Indonesia's Transnusa is the first foreign operator. Here I'm sitting inside the ARJ21 cockpit of Transnusa airline from Indonesia.
Yes, hello.
Captain.
My name is Captain Nur Muhammad. I'm from Transnusa. I fly for ARG COMAC aircraft. The aircraft itself is already 1,500 hours in Indonesia, bring more than 10,000 people already flew. We are flew to Jakarta, to Kuala Lumpur, Johor Bahru, Denpasar,
So how many in the fleet you have?
and the fleet two. Two
And you are the
aircraft.
first international operator
Yes,
after
yeah.
China. What is it like to fly a ARJ-21 made in China airplane like this?
It's mostly like Airbus because the NG we fly with the little bit muscle because we using the wire. Now we are using the electrical, so we are just
Is this fly by
small.
wire?
Yeah, by wire.
But you have the yoke.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but her yoke, but it's so only just small input is already control the aircraft. Sometimes if you the aircraft go turbulent, just release, they come back in normal. It's very nice aerodynamic, I think.
Really?
Yes.
So you enjoy flying?
Yes, enjoy. Even
Yeah.
we like you freight, we going to Happy Rain, go to Cloud. I already flew many times through the train. It's no problem with this aircraft.
Here in the front is very quiet, very quiet because engine at the back. So
Yep.
this we have a few classes. This color and then. This
Oh, the
yellow
colors
color.
mean different class.
Correct.
Different price.
Yes, when you see it, you can feel the coziness of this aircraft.
How's the passenger reaction? Do they know they're flying a made in China airplane, or they don't know? They don't care.
They don't know. They don't know. It's a transportation. It's just a transportation.
Right. For them,
So-
it's just to get there.
Yeah.
But how's as an operator? How satisfied you are with the ARJ-21?
We are very satisfied. We're very good aircraft. You know, because Indonesia have an island to island. We connect each island to island, right? If you use a bigger aircraft, maybe we cannot fill up so many passengers. But ARJ-21 is just nice.
So this one has the exit row.
Yeah,
It's
exit
funny,
row.
you only 2 rows here, and you got a lavatory.
Emergency equipment.
It's a T-tail airplane, so you got 2 engines of rear, so the front obviously a lot quieter than the rear, right? To my surprise, there's also a freighter version of the ARJ-21 on display. I didn't even know such type exists. So the freighter version of ARJ-21 behind me is something new. I've never seen this before. It reminded me of the DC-9, capable of carrying 10 tons of cargo.
Welcome to the A400M. This is Airbus's military transport aircraft. This one's operated by the German Air Force and can carry up to 37 tons of payload, vehicles, passengers, helicopters, anything that you can fit inside.
What's actually interesting is this pointy front. What's this needle in the front?
This is the air-to-air refueling probe. So the A400M can be refueled in flight. Typically it would fly for 9 hours without being refueled, but you can refuel it, and really the limit is the human being inside the aircraft.
So massive turboprops, and what engine these are?
Yeah, these are Europrop International turboprop engines, and these are really what give the A400M its amazing performance.
Would you look at all the gears, right? Heavy gears, so they can land on gravels, I guess.
Yes, the A400M is designed to land on very soft surfaces, gravel, sand, grass.
Wow, this is very cool.
Yes, welcome to the flight deck.
So this has to be one of the biggest cockpit I've ever been. It's bigger than all the commercial airplanes, bigger than the 380, and massive cockpits in the A400M.
It's fantastic, yes. And typically you would have the two pilots, but you can see you have this extra seat here for a third crew member, maybe a mission manager or something like that, and they can access all of the flight information through this console here. And then behind the camera there's a bunk for sleeping, and in the corner there's a galley with an oven, and very important, a coffee machine.
Right, so we can have about 5 or 6 people in the cockpit at once.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
It has the Airbus trademark joystick,
so
just like any commercial aircraft.
Just like an A3, well, we have an A330 right in front of us here.
Yeah.
Fly-by-wire controls, and that gives A400M amazing maneuverability. So even such a big aircraft like this, when you fly it and you use the fly-by-wire controls, you can really maneuver the aircraft very rapidly, which is really important for a military aircraft if you have some kind of threat, some kind of missile being fired at you, or you just want to maneuver rapidly.
Give us a little bit about the performance and the capability.
Yeah, sure. A400M can fly up to 40,000 feet. The speed is measured in Mach. The top speed is Mach 0.72. The takeoff weight, the maximum is 141 tons. For passengers, the aeroplane is designed so that the passengers jump out halfway round for parachuting.
It's designed to let passengers jump out in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. In fact, here are the buttons here. The iconic red and green.
That's the
parachute
jumping
buttons.
out the
Yeah,
doors.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
And tell me about the engines. It's 4 engine, right?
Exactly. 4 turboprop engines, and they're the most powerful turboprop engines in the Western world. Over 11,000 horsepower.
I guess this is where the paratrooper sits.
Yes.
Very unconventional, no windows.
That's right. So today we have a palletized seats which could go all the way down the aircraft. On the floor of the aircraft you can put 7 pallets. So that could be seats like today, or cargo, or whatever.
I see you have interesting structure here. Tell me more about this.
The A400M, one of the roles it can perform is a medevac role, and you can have up to 66 stretcher patients on board. You can just see 2 of them here, but they can stretch along the side of the aircraft and also down the center. We don't have it today, but you can set up the metal arrangement for the seats or extra stretchers up to 66.
So you release the seats, trying out the seats on like a bench on the side. A very different kind of experience. This is not usually for the passengers. Welcome on board the new Starlux 330neo. I've flown the A350, but this one has a slightly different cabin because I remember the 350 was very black and there was lots of stars, and this one has more silver, a little bit gold, bronze kind of tune, right? Again, fully flat seats. The first row has the biggest legroom in the footwell. These are the newer generation of staggered seats compared to the older one, because this one has a little bit more privacy. And it does raise a question, how do couple seats, because there's actually like 2 modular seats combined together, right?
So Sam, one of the new features of A330neo cabin is the new bin. If you open it, you can put in straight your luggage. That means 5 instead of 3 bags. So 60% more bin space. Actually also integrated here is lighting feature. In the handrail, you can use that color of light, 16.7 million colors, and we can, the overall cabin lighting, create scenarios for boarding, for dining.
Just checking out the recline on the standard 330neo seats, a little bit more legroom than I thought, and these came from Recaro, the car manufacturer seat maker. Recaro 3710, that's the model of the seats. I hope they can last 20 some years, because this airplane should be good for flying over 20 years. And guess where I am? I came all the way down to the rear galley. Tell us if you have any new invention on this 330neo galley.
Actually, it's a brand new innovation. It is called Ice Galley. That's a space-efficient galley. So we made additional space for 4.5 more trolleys. If you look inside here, it looks like 1 trolley compartment, but in reality, it is deeper. It's 1.5 trolleys behind each other.
So 1 full trolley and 1 half trolley. And that was my quick coverage at the Singapore Airshow. Hope you enjoy it. Next, I'm heading to Australia for another exciting aviation adventure.